Welcome back. In this video, we'll discuss about various statistical functions. These functions are useful to generate inferences about the dataset like average, quartile, median, and these are the most useful functions in data analytics. Here we will discuss in detail about how to find large and small value from a dataset, how to check the distribution, how to calculate the statistical metrics like average, mode, median, quartile, and many others. Here we have a list of functions which are used to find the minimum value, the maximum, the kth smallest value, or the largest value. Let's look at some examples in Excel. So we'll now move to Excel file. Here we have an employee dataset with their gender, department, vintage, number of hours, paper hours, and the total payout. Let's perform some exercises. First, we want to find the maximum and minimum value for number of hours. Let's see how we can do it. So we'll simply write the formula as equals to minimum, and we will select the column of number of hours, and the value is, and it has given the value. So moving on to the maximum number of hours, we'll write the formula as equals to maximum, and we'll select the same column, and it has given the output. Let's move to the next question. Now we need to find the third smallest value for number of hours. Now we'll write the formula as equals to small. We'll select the column of number of hours, and now the formula is asking for kth value. The kth value will be 3 because we want the third smallest value. We'll press enter. So 13.43 is the third smallest value. Moving forward to the last part, which is to find the second largest value for number of hours. Here we'll make use of large function. Let's see. We'll select the range of number of hours, and the value of k would be 2. Press enter. Hence 17.42 is the second largest value in this column of number of hours. Now let's look at other statistical matrices. Now we have a list of functions which are used to count the values in a dataset based on certain conditions or without condition. Let's look at each function. Count. It counts only numerical values, whereas count A, it counts all the values except the blank values. Count blank. Count blank is used to count the number of blank cells. Countif and countifs count cells based on certain condition. The difference between these two functions is countif works with only one condition, whereas countifs work with single or multiple conditions. Let's move to Excel and do some exercises based on these functions. Let's perform some exercises. Let's straight away move to questions. First is to count the number of employees. So we'll write the function as equals to count, and we'll choose the column which is A2 to A16 and press enter. So here you can see that this count function has not been able to give us the output. The reason being, count function works only on numeric values, and the values in this column were alphanumeric. So in this case, we'll make use of count A function. I'll add A and press enter, and here we have got the desired output. Moving on to the next question. Here we want to count the number of male employees. This can be solved using countif and countifs both. Here we'll use countif. The formula is equals to countif. Now we'll select the column of gender, and the criteria is male. Press enter. Now we have got the desired output. Let's look at count based on multiple criteria. Now we need to count the number of male employees belonging to the department admin. Here we have multiple conditions, so this cannot be performed using countif directly. We'll make use of countifs. The formula would be equals to countifs, the column gender, and the criteria is male, and criteria range 2 is department because that male should belong to the department admin, and the criteria is admin. Press enter, and hence we have got the desired output. Now let's look at some more statistical matrices. Here we have a list of functions which are used to find the average and median of numerical values. We can also calculate average based on single or multiple conditions with the help of average if and average ifs formula. Average can also be calculated with the help of sum and count function. Let's look at some examples. Moving on to the questions. The first question is to find the average for the number of hours. So we'll write the formula as equals to average and select the column for number of hours, and we have got the average value. Now we need to find the average of number of hours for only male employees. This question can be solved using the function average if. So we'll write the formula as equals to average if. Select the column of gender, and the criteria is male, and the average range 2 would be of number of hours. Press enter. And now we have got the average value for the number of hours by male employees. Now we want to calculate the average based on multiple conditions. Like scenario mentioned in Excel sheet is average for number of hours for male employees belonging to admin department. So let's write formula as equals to average ifs. Now we'll select the average range, which is number of hours, and the criteria. So the criteria that we should mention is gender. Now we'll select the column gender, male. Now it is asking for criteria range 2, that will be the department, and the department should be admin. So we'll write admin. You can also see the entire formula in this formula bar. Press enter. And now we have got the average for number of hours of the male employees who belongs to the admin department. Moving to the next question. Now we want to find the median of the number of hours. In this case, we'll make use of the function median equals to median, and we'll simply select the column of number of hours. And here is the output. Now let's look at some more functions. In this last set of functions, we'll discuss about the core statistical measures like mode, standard deviation, quartile, and rank. Let's do some exercises based on these functions. Here I'll explain the functions to evaluate the statistical measures. To understand more about these statistical measures, I recommend you to read more about them, or you may also refer to our analytics course. Let's move to the questions. The first question is to find the mode for pay per hours. In this case, we'll make use of function mode. We'll write as equals to mode, and we'll choose the column pay per hours. And here we have got the output. Moving forward, then the next question is to find the standard deviation for pay per hours. In this case, we'll make use of the function stdev. Let's see, equals to standard deviation. So we'll again move to the column pay per hours and press enter, and hence we have got the output. The third question, which is to calculate the first quartile for pay per hours. In this case, we'll make use of the function quartile. We'll write equals to quartile, and we'll again go to the column pay per hours, and now it is asking for quart, which is first quartile. In this case, the first argument in the syntax is for numerical data set, and the second one for which quartile you are looking for, that is 1, 2, 3 or the fourth quartile, for respective quartile value to 0 for minimum and 1 for maximum. In this case, we'll take 1 and press enter, and hence we have got the desired output. Moving on to the next question, which is to populate the rank against each employee based on the total payout. In this case, we'll make use of the function rank. So we'll use the function rank equals to rank. So we'll take the first value in the total payout column, comma, and the total column and the whole column. By making use of this formula, we are trying to find the rank of the cell H2 in the entire column of total payout. Press enter, and here you can see that the rank of the employee code A001 is 2 amongst the total number of employees. So we'll simply copy the formula and paste it onto the rest of the cells. If you pay attention to the formula bar, you can see that we have freezed the range H2 to H16. The reason being, we don't want the reference range to move as the value of the cell moves down, because the reference range for each employee is same. By this we come to an end of this video. In this video we discussed about statistical functions. In the next video we'll discuss on date and time functions in Excel. Thank you.